Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to GN Spot. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the gaming moments that we can never forget. These are going to be some epic moments from video games, which we may remember even if we played these games a long time ago. And before we start, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video as it helps a lot, and we put a lot of effort and time into making these videos. Thanks for all of your support. Now let's begin. To kick things off at number 10, we have Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I'm sure that most of you hate this game because of all of its bugs at release, but this game has a nice combat system, stellar music, and a solid story, and that's where the mission Love Like Fire kicks in. In this mission, we're playing as Johnny Silverhand, who's a rock star and a terrorist. Stellar combination. At the start of this mission, we have Johnny giving a final performance to his fans, and after he's finished, Johnny, along with his partner Rogue, jumps on a helicopter, and after that, they go straight to the Arasaka building. And at the top of the building, we see many of the Arasaka security, and we shoot every one of them from our minigun. Then we jump off the helicopter, rush inside the building, killing a few more people and planting a nuke in the building's elevator shaft. It is simply amazing. And the music at this point makes it feel so awesome. But unfortunately, when we're going back, we get ambushed by Atom Smasher. But still, when we're being taken away from the building, we can see the explosion of the nuke, and it's massive and oh so satisfying. It's time to get ready for some nostalgia because at number 9, we have GTA Vice City. Remember the mission Rub Out? Well, that mission was, I think, the best in GTA Vice City. Tommy and Lance are betraying Diaz, and when Diaz finds out, he kidnaps Lance, and then Tommy gets to know about all this going down, so he grabs a car, he goes to save Lance, which he succeeds to do. And after Lance gets treatment from the hospital, they both meet at the front of Diaz's house with an M416 in their hand, and they both rush inside the house and kill every single one of them, killing Diaz and taking his house. It's so amazing as well as relaxing, and again, oh so satisfying. Definitely a mission that we will never forget. Coming in at number 8, we have Tomb Raider. Remember when Lara is stuck at the island and she climbs up the radio tower to send a signal for help? We're first amazed by the view at the top, and then thankfully Laura's signal reaches a plane flying nearby that comes to rescue her. But as soon as the plane enters the perimeter of the island, it gets struck by lightning and enters a crash course barreling right down toward Lara. As Lara sees the huge plane plummeting down towards her, she runs for her life. The scene unfolds with the plane crashing and breaking into thousands of pieces around the protagonist. Seeing all that debris and destruction envelop Lara as she retreats is absolutely epic. At number 7, we have the sniper scene from The Last of Us Part 2. Now, this game didn't get the greatest of reviews because of its story that was deemed to be lacking, but the game still has some of the best graphics and fight scenes you'll ever experience in a game. And just like that, when we're near the end of Abby's story, we go in to save Lev, who might be dead by now, but there's still a little chance that he's alive. But we need a boat to get to Lev, and as we're going, suddenly a sniper in the distance fires a shot. Our friend Manny saves us. Then we tell Manny how important it is for us to get to a boat, so he decides to help us. And when we notice that there are many vehicles between the sniper and us, we take cover behind the cars, move our way to the sniper. And I think this is the best part of the game because it's our every move that counts, and it's intense, and it's just absolutely mind-blowing. Next up at number 6, we have Call of Duty Black Ops. In the beginning of this game, we see Mason, our protagonist, locked down in a prison in Vorkuta. We're there with our friend Reznov, and at the start of the mission, we get a hold of the prison keys. Then we realize that Mason and Reznov actually have a whole army of prisoners with them. With our prisoner army in tow, we run through the prison to make our way out. And in this prison escape scene, we face machine guns, the whole prison security, and more. In the end, we see that everyone else has died, and it's only Mason and Reznov that are left alive. We commandeer 2 bikes, finally make it out of the prison, security still chasing us, and there we see Reznov's sacrifice of himself. This is one of the most unique, intense, and emotional experiences you'll ever see in a game. Now at number 5, we have the prison escape scene from Uncharted 4. This part comes at the beginning of the game. We're locked in a prison with our brother Sam and our friend Rafe. We see Rafe killing Gustavo, and now we have to run in order to stay alive. We're running through the whole prison. We have many prison officers shooting at us. We're dodging bullets. We're doing parkour. It's simply amazing. And at the end of the mission, we lose our brother to a barrage of bullets while he's desperately hanging from a ledge. Or did he? Either way, this is one of the most intense and amazing scenes that you'll see in any game, and we're never going to forget this one for sure. Next up at number 4, we have the Mason fight from Red Dead Redemption 2. Here we have the Brathwaite family. They've kidnapped our friend's son, Jack, and so we go to rescue him. The game graphics and the way our gang enters the house is simply great. After killing every member of the family, only the head of the family is left, and we ask her where the boy is. She refuses to tell us, so we drag her out of the house, burn everything around, and we get her outside. And then she tells us she's given Jack to someone else. It's there that we just leave her in front of the burning house, and we see that she walks into the fire to sacrifice her life because now everything has been taken from her. A sad but just ending in a game that we will never forget. Next up at number 3, we have God of War 2018, specifically where Kratos meets the World Serpent. At the early stages of the game, we and our son Atreus are going out to complete our wife and Atreus' mother's last wish, which is to spread her ashes on the mountaintops of the giants. And when we're traveling over there, we see a statue with something written on it. The note says to throw your weapons into the water. So Kratos throws his axe into the water and has the ability to return the axe to him. But when Kratos calls his axe, it doesn't return in this instance. That's when everything starts shaking. We see something huge, very, very massive coming up from behind the mountain. And before we can think what's going on, we suddenly see a huge snake coming out of the water, gives us our axe back. And at this point, we think we're going to fight this giant snake, but find out ultimately that he's friendly. And everything here is just simply amazing, especially when the World Serpent starts talking. There's just something about a giant snake in a video game that just leaves an impression that doesn't leave very quickly. And this is certainly one of those instances. In at number 2, we have Uncharted 4 once again. During the middle part of the game, we get to know that Rafe has hacked our phones and he's about to kill our brother Sam. Then we and our good friend Sully grab a car to save Sam, and we encounter a huge bulletproof truck with a machine gun on it. We drive our car, dodging through bullets, and we throw our rope and climb behind the big vehicle. We take hold of the vehicle, shoot at other enemies, and we finally get to Sam. But the truck returns, and it turns our car upside down. Our brother comes to rescue us. And now we're on a motorbike, and behind us is this massive truck, still raining bullets down on our head. And we're shooting at it, we're running from it, and in the end, the truck blasts off above our heads, ending in an epic scene that simply cannot be forgotten. Coming in on the number 1 spot of the gaming moments we can never forget is the final fight from Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Now, the whole game is extremely difficult, as anyone who's tried to play Sekiro knows, and you can imagine how hard the final boss would be in such a game. But if you're good at the game, then you know how good this game actually is once you finally figure it out. And the final boss fight is simply something else. The game has many endings, so you guys might have fought the final boss on a wooden floor, or you might have fought him in a field, and either way, you know how good this final fight is. First, we defeat Genichiro, then we see his grandfather bursting out from inside of him and how angry he is. We give him some good damage, and he starts using new moves every phase along the way until thunderbolts are coming out of the clouds, and it's simply insane. And when you finally get it done, there's just nothing more satisfying or more memorable than completing Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. All right, guys, those are our top 10 gaming moments we can never forget. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a like, as that is the best way you can support what we're doing here on the GN Spot. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you in the next video.